I used to think that being productive meant working 24/7, with no breaks, no time for fun, and definitely no time for hitting the gym or just relaxing. But let's be real, that's not what productivity is all about. It's not about working yourself into the ground. It's about making the most of your time so that you can crush your goals and still have time for the good stuff. You know, the fun and the relaxing part. So let's talk about 10 small but impactful changes. These adjustments that take as little as a few minutes won't only transform your productivity, but will also help you live your best life. Plan your day the night before. If you plan your day the night before, you wake up already knowing what to do. You don't even have to think about it. You can just sit down and start getting your stuff done. The other good thing is that in the evening or afternoon, when you stop working, you can already write a to-do list for the next day. And most likely, you're already in the zone of thinking about work, knowing what needs to still get done, knowing what got done. So it is a perfect time to write a to-do list and then leave your work, your to-do list aside and enjoy the evening. It is evening, I am almost done for the day. The last to do is to plan my next day. So I'm gonna take a look at everything I did today, everything I didn't do, and then first of all, put the things I didn't do today for tomorrow and also think about what I need to do tomorrow. My to-do list is done, there's one thing left to do. I'm gonna be working out tomorrow, so what I also like to do is to prepare the clothes already. This way, when I wake up, I just have to grab my stuff, put it on, and then I'll be off to the gym. The next morning, you can just sit down, look at the already written to-do list, and get on with your work. Prioritize you. There's no point in starting the day already stressed. Do something nice in the morning. Have a morning routine that incorporates things that you actually look forward to. Maybe this is drinking your coffee while reading a little bit, while journaling. Maybe you want to work out because that really energizes you. Maybe you just want to have time to get ready in peace. Even just taking 10 minutes to drink your coffee in peace and meditate or journal or talk to someone, whatever it is you like to do, can make such a big difference and help you start the day on a really energized and positive note, because that's what it's all about. You don't want to start the day and already feel overwhelmed and stressed out. If having time for all of these activities means getting up earlier, it is totally worth it. Wake up half an hour earlier than you normally would so that you have time to start the day on a positive note. Eat the frog. This is a book that I read a while ago, and there's one basic concept in this whole book. If you had one really, how should I put it? It's not a nice task that you have to do every day, which in this case is eating a frog. So if you knew you had to eat a frog every single day, the best time to do that would be in the morning. You eat a frog, you get it over with, you get on with your day, so that you don't have to go through the whole day dreading eating the frog at some point. You can just enjoy the rest of the day. I'll be the first one to say that this is a very weird comparison, but the point is, do your most dreaded thing first thing in the day. My pen just died, so I cannot write because I write on my tablet, so I can write on the notes that the professor provides, so I don't have to print them. I'm studying math. I just want to do anything else except for math. And honestly, like 2 years ago, I would have just been like, fine, it's a sign from the universe that I shouldn't study math today. But no, I put this on my to-do list, I need to do it. So, I'm gonna put my pen to charge. Let's try to be positive. Create rituals. Create a ritual for work or for studying. This just helps you get in the zone and makes it way easier. The first thing I do when I need to study, even if I don't want to, is to grab a drink. It may be water. Oftentimes it's a caffeinated drink like coffee or tea. I sit down, I put on some nice lo-fi music or just some piano, and then I get started. This helps me really get into a flow and not dread doing this task so much. This also applies to going to the gym. I always put on some nice music. I get ready, I listen to my music, I eat, I maybe drink a coffee, and then it's time to go. Having these rituals really helps us actually get stuff done and also prepare for those things in a really fun and uplifting way. Don't rely on motivation. This is the first thing you learn when you start going to the gym, but this actually applies to productivity overall, to studying, to working. There are good days where you're motivated, you're inspired, you just feel like doing your work. And there are also days where you just wanna chill on the couch. The thing is, you cannot really rely on how you feel. Sometimes things just need to get done. I'm not saying to force yourself to work 24/7, but don't procrastinate stuff that you know should get done. Even if you're not motivated, you need to be disciplined. You need to sit down, again, do your ritual, grab a tea, grab a coffee, put on some nice music, and do whatever needs to get done. There are just moments where you cannot rely on motivation. That's why you rely on your habits, on your routine. And in those moments where you're not motivated, it is the most important to show up nevertheless. Whenever I wake up and I'm really not motivated to go to the gym, but I still go, honestly, those are the best workouts because I know that I showed up for myself, even though I wasn't really feeling like it. This is a bit of tough love and it is something that's a bit difficult to accept and to do, but it is exactly what I needed a few years ago. Because I used to just not study when I didn't feel like it. I used to not go to the gym when I didn't feel like it. And I was miserable. I didn't feel great. I would constantly make promises to myself like, yeah, I will study, I will go to the gym. But then I would end up not doing it. It just feels way better to show up for yourself, to be disciplined, and you're gonna thank yourself later. What you can also do when you feel unmotivated is think about your why. Your why is the reason why you do something. It is your inner motivation of doing a certain thing. So journal about this. Think about why is it important for you to go to the gym? Write it down. Why is it important for you to study? Why is it important for you to do everything you need to do at work? When you don't feel motivated, you can read through these things and remember why you even started doing something, why you wanna go through with it, why you wanna finish it, why you wanna do your best at this job, at studying, at going to the gym. Think of your why. Focus on your priorities. But how do you even know what is important? The Eisenhower Matrix is a tool that helps you prioritize your tasks and know what you need to do now and what you need to do later. The way it works is you categorize tasks based on their importance and their urgency. So you end up with these 4 sections. Every task is categorized into either not important or important, and urgent or not urgent. And based on the combination of those things, you will now know what to do with that task. If the task is important and urgent, you're gonna do it now. Highest priority. If the task is important but not urgent, you're gonna take out your calendar and put in your calendar when you want to do this task. If the task is not important but urgent, the Eisenhower Matrix says to delegate. Again, this is a very corporate, also good for business owners, for people who are self-employed, but if you're a student or you just want to use this for your day-to-day task, then this should also be something that you plan to do in the future, or you could consider delegating this or asking someone for help with this. If the task is not important and not urgent, you can actually forget about it. However, I would say that if it's gonna be important in the future, then write it down, put it in your calendar in a few days from now or in a few weeks from now. And now you know exactly with which task to start. Use the Pomodoro method. The Pomodoro method has saved my so many times. It is the perfect method to help you actually do something when you're not really feeling like doing it. The idea behind Pomodoro is that you do one task for 25 minutes and you only focus on that task. No other tasks, no checking your emails, no checking social media, no browsing on YouTube. You do one task for 25 minutes. When you're done with it, you have 5 minutes to take a break to do whatever you want, and then you get back to it. This is amazing when you don't feel motivated to do something. You just sit down. 25 minutes is not a lot. You do that 25 minutes, and most likely you're gonna get into a zone and you're gonna wanna do more of these Pomodoro sessions. So then you start again, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, 25 minutes on, 5 minutes off, and so on. For me, 25 minutes was a little bit too short. A lot of time I didn't have time to finish everything. I felt like that 5-minute break just interrupted my zone and I just needed more time. Now I do 50 minutes on, 10 to 15 minutes off, and it works amazing for me. I think 50 minutes is the perfect amount of time where you can actually focus on a task, but then usually after 50 minutes, it's really good to take a break. I will link all of the playlists, all of the timers that I use for Pomodoro down below so you can check them out. Being productive is great and amazing, but you cannot be productive 24/7. Again, this is not what productivity is all about. So make sure to take breaks, to rest, do things that are fun, that are relaxing. I really love contrasting activities. Most of my work and studying is done from home. So I'm working from home alone a lot of the time. So I think the perfect contrast to that is going out with friends, meeting people for coffee, for dinner. Also, high intensity sports are just my jam. I love weightlifting, running, and tennis. It is such a good contrast to just sitting at a desk the whole day. I've been sitting at my desk the whole day. I've been editing, I've been studying. I've just been on my laptop the whole entire day looking at a screen. It's time to go outside. The sun is setting in an hour, which kind of upsets me because it's only 3 p.m. But I thought, what if I do a run while looking at the sunset? How beautiful would that be? It got dark in the meantime, but I'm back from my run and I feel so much better. I really feel like I need that in my day-to-day life to not just sit down at a desk, but also move. And honestly, maybe you've noticed this. When you have a balanced lifestyle, when you're taking breaks, when you're taking some time to do sports, when you're taking time for friends and all of that, you're most likely gonna be way more productive than if you're just sitting at your desk the whole day. There's a threshold where you need a break. There's just no point to try to squeeze out as much productivity as possible. Take a break, have some fun, and then the next day you can be productive again. One of the nicest things you can do at the end of your workday or your day is to think back on everything you've accomplished. So think back on the day with a positive mindset. Don't think of everything you didn't do. You most likely did so many things already, even if those weren't things from your to-do list. If you had a day where you didn't do much, you weren't really productive, you didn't study, you didn't work, you didn't go to the gym, that's fine. You rested. It is something you should 100% be grateful for, and just appreciate every single day for how it was. If it was a really productive day, appreciate it for being super productive. If it wasn't, then appreciate it for being a day that just helps you reset, re-energize, for all the time that you spend relaxing, you spend just enjoying life and living in the moment. So at the end of every day, think about 3 things that you're grateful for this day. Think about all of your accomplishments. Think about all of the positive things that happened that day, even if they weren't productive. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I have a class, I need to run. I have 8 minutes to get ready. That is amazing. So thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.